Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great life. I literally just finished recording the side 2 video for Obscured by Cloud, so this is the final thoughts video of that entire album. And just damn, if you guys watched through that with me, you already know how just moved I was by it, and mostly just the instrumentals for me. I had trouble grasping the entirety of like the overall message or meaning of the album because the instrumentals were literally just carrying me away through just freaking like space and time is what it felt like. Now, when I say I wasn't fully getting the lyrics, I was feeling the voice and the pitches and the harmonies. I was feeling all that, but in terms of actually like recognizing what he was saying, like the words, and then like pairing the words into actual meaning, I was having trouble only because, like I said, I was so infatuated with the actual instrumentals of each song. And like I said during the video, guys, literally, I'm pretty sure I liked every single song on the album. I don't know. I don't think I had a song that like I didn't like. There were just so many that were good. And correct me if I'm wrong, but at least to me, I play guitar, and David Gilmour is probably my biggest influence. And personally, I feel like just as a guitarist, this is where I felt the most like development in terms of his technical abilities and using that to express himself through his instrument. At least up to this point. In previous albums, don't get me wrong, he played his guitar, he played it well, he expressed himself. But I feel like in this one specifically, this overlooked album, I really feel like he was really shining through as a guitarist. He was finding his tone, he was getting experimental. I think it was the very last song, if not the second to last song, where he had that weird type of like phasery, like, type of sound, like with his, where it sounded like his like notes were like liquidy, if that makes any sense. And I know in Dark Side of the Moon a little bit, he had that kind of like a similar tone, but more refined, more sharp, just overall more developed, and I would say a better tone in Dark Side of the Moon, when it came down to it. But just as a guitarist, I feel like when they produced this album, he had grown so much, and I feel like he's right about to be the David Gilmour that like we all know in terms of like peak era Floyd, because Dark Side of the Moon is next, guys. And that's when you know David Gilmour is like showing up with just his instrumentals. And we know Dark Side of the Moon is one of the best concept albums of all time, and just Roger Waters in terms of his creativity and all that. And I'm not gonna talk about Dark Side too much actually, because this is the Obscured by Cloud's final thoughts. But I just can't stop thinking about the album just a little bit, only because that's the next album we're hitting, guys. So I'm just really excited for it. Um, but yeah, and when I don't remember which song it was called. I think it's the song that starts with Watts, like the WOTS, that song. Where Richard Wright had his couple of keyboard parts, which I loved so much. Like I said before, if you guys have been following me through all these albums, you know that I love when Richard Wright, gets his moment to shine a little bit on some of these tracks. I really do like it. Um, and Nick Mason, man, Nick Mason, he is so, so, so underrated as a drummer. He's always keeping that groove, and if you watch those, the side one, side two videos, I was just totally in sync with like his beat and everything he was doing, and the fills he was doing in between measures, and how he would come down like dun 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 dun, dun tss, like just it's so good, and we all know it. Just oh my gosh. I don't know, man. The album was just really good. Just and I do want you guys to let me know below like what the album was about, the interpretations, the meanings of the songs, cuz you can bet I'm going to be listening to a lot of these songs now. Like cuz a lot of these songs are like I promise you are in like my top. I would say they're in my top 20. A lot of these songs are for Floyd songs. Um and just that's crazy. So go ahead and give me those interpretations, give me the meanings. I want to discuss it with you guys, what the album was about, because I want to be able to fully appreciate it when I listen to it in the future. Um, with that said, I hope you guys are excited for Dark Side of the Moon starting. I think today's Friday, so Dark Side of the Moon will be starting on Monday. And I don't know, man. I feel like things on this channel might get pretty intense once we start that series. So I just want you all guys to know I love all you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for subscribing and following me up this far. You guys are just so awesome. On Wednesdays, if you haven't already noticed, I'm starting to post other bands. Just like Wednesdays are now going to be random bands. So I want you guys to tell me what bands do you guys want to see. I'm thinking about doing some Rush. I'm thinking about doing Tool. I'm thinking about doing some more Deep Purple, maybe some Metallica, maybe a little Megadeth. I'm not exactly sure. But I do want you guys to let me know what you guys want to see so that I can definitely put out that content for you guys. With that said, that is all I got for you guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, fantastic life as usual. Yeah, have a great day, guys.